How's everybody doing? As I said on Friday, going forward, I will be doing live program on Saturdays with Sofo Samuel Okoso, and then Sundays as life issues. Abrabo Mu Nsem to discuss life issues because I'm moving Fridays program to Sundays. So today we're going to be talking about deception. By definition, deception is the action of deceiving someone. So things like doing double dealing, fraud, cheating, some when someone is craft, someone tend to bluff about things, lying, pretend to be someone or something that they are definitely not, doing funny uh, business and so forth. When it comes to deception, you do have both genders who have a tendency of doing things, they fake. They fake, they do things that to suit people's, fantasy, um people desires, right? Let's just take it off from when you have a pathological liar. Most of us know how a pathological works. They are very manipulative because they study their partners or people that they insert themselves with, and they use all the necessary information that you will provide for them, um, to kind of like certify your desires, not your needs. They will do things and say things that you're looking for. It's exactly what you want, and they will go from there. Um, an example will be, um, like, let's say you meet someone, and the person, will tell you how beautiful you look as a woman, how um, you are God sent, and they have been looking for a woman like you to be married to you, and they are so happy that they have found you, and you shouldn't worry about any past bad experiences that you have been through. They're going to get you a new car or get you um, and bring you to a new place. Like, they will promise you things that they will never get for you, but they will have ways and means to go about making those deals. When look at you go on TikTok, Risa, 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 right? Am I saying the name right? Who the fuck did I get married to? Like, she shared her life experience um, with a pathological liar, and share a lot of information in regards to how they operate, and she is spot on. Most times when you meet with, like, people in sex with pathological liars, they go about their business. They know, they even kind of like, how you may call it, they will kind of like work on with people that they know, people that they will call them to kind of like help them lie to you. Brother Kwame Omari, Apomu at the same. How you doing? Okay, so going forward, I'm going to be coming live on Sundays instead of Fridays. Yeah, I have some projects and things that I need to do during the weekdays, including Fridays. So, in making sure that I keep up with life issues, talk about life issues. Saturdays, so for Samuel Koso and I will come at 3:30 p.m. US 16 time, 8:30 p.m. Ghana time. But I believe, okay, do you know when we doing daytime savings? Brother Mari.
Next week Sunday.
Okay, so next week Sunday, that will be the 10th, right? Today's the 3rd. Yeah, next week Sunday, we're going to change the time again. Are we going back? We're moving forward an hour, right? Yes. So next week Sunday, we're going to be moving forward an hour. So the time difference between US, bless you, and Ghana will be 4 hours instead of 3 hours. Oh, thank God.
5 hours.
I said 3 hours. Sorry. It will be the time difference. Thanks, honey. The time difference will be 4 hours instead of 5 hours. So when I come live at noon, it will be Ghana time 4 o'clock p.m. And then with Sofo Samuel Koso at 3:30, where I'm at US Eastern time, it will be 7:30 Ghana time. So it'll be an hour earlier than as of today. So thank you guys. Oba Katie ni Oba Apomu etiseng. Hope say yes, so I don't need yeah, papa. So oh, thank you. So like when it comes to deception, now you do have many people, individuals. Let me put chi, mixing chi also. Omo kind of no. Hey. To say a man binom any mmarima no binom ɔmo ndi nokorɛ koraa ba to say a man dodoɔ na ɛfɛ mmarima a ɔmo nka nokorɛ no nkyerɛ ɔmo. Let's keep it real. To say nokoredie yɛmu dodoɔ na to say sɛ yɛhyia ɔbaa anaasɛ bɛrima a ɔdi nokorɛ a yɛmpɛ tie because fane sɛ bɛrima akɔyɛ ɔbaa lie. Yɛse lie o. Bɛrima akɔtwa ɔbaa ntorɔ sɛ maame mepɛ wo mepɛ sɛ meware wo. Ebia saa nipa yi ba a wɔreba no wo ho yɛ ne fɛ deɛ ampa ɛyɛ nokorɛ sɛ wo ho yɛ ne fɛ. Ba ɔnyɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛware wo. Di na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔne obɛdi wo kɛkɛ. Anaasɛ ebia biribi wɔ ho a attract wo to ɔno. And obi nso wɔ hɔnom a ebia at the moment no ne ho akyere no enti wɔpɛ baabi ɔde ne ti bɛto anaasɛ ɔpɛ obi na wɔne na move kakra na akyire no wotumi gyina ne nan so a no wayɛ ne sɛnea ɔbɛyɛ. Na yɛmu dodoɔ na sɛ yɛn ho kafoɔ no anaasɛ nipa bi a wakɔhyia no etwa yɛn ntoro a yɛpɛ ne saa. Yɛmu bi yɛhu sɛ nipa yi nsɛm a wɔka nsisi so. You clearly see the red flags. And so no, you would disregard the red flags because yɛmu dodoɔ na yɛyɛ adwene sɛ nipa asomasi nneɛma sei ɛnyɛ wɔn ho. But as a woman no, ɔbaa no sɛ wɔde kawa no hyɛ me nsa nko ara wie a na sɛ yɛkɔtena ebom a mɛma no asesa. Me nuamaanom ne mmarima yɛmu bebree yɛayɛ saa nkyerɛkyerɛ wei sei dodoɔ na sɛ ɔbaa biara ni hɔnom a obetumi aforso bema na bema asesa ɛna ɔbɛrima bia nso ni hɔnom a obetumi aforso ɔbaa na ɔbaa no asesa ɛdi ntia sɛ me adoa wɔdɔ meti hɔ yi minim me ho paa minim nkwasi asɛm a metimi di ɛna minim ade pa a metimi yɛ ɛna minim nneɛma soronko nso a mede m'adwene si so sɛ meyɛ anaasɛ mehu nipa bi na mesi sɛ nipa wei sei m'ani gye ne ho ba m'ani agye ne ho ne sɛ mɛboa no no atu mpɔn a na mede m'adwene si so sɛ meyɛ a I will do it without any question, without receiving anything back. Ɛsiane sɛ adeɛ no sɛ yɛ me dea anaasɛ ɛbɛboa me wɔ kwan bi mpɛmpɛnsoɔ bi a what's the point? Because benefit no it will reap itself. It will come on its own. Enti no to say unhu obi wɔ hɔ na mfiti aseɛ no unhu some red flags that stands out. Na wanya botre na wone unhu kafoɔ no antena se na mfiti aseɛ na mo build foundation no mo hyɛ aseɛ no mo ani nkɔmmɔ ne nneɛma a wopɛ ɛne deɛ wompɛ na ɔno nso ka deɛ wɔpɛ ne deɛ wo nso wopɛ na mo mmienu mo anya mo ho saa nte aseɛ na trust in me, once you are joined together with a ring put on your finger no saa time no wo no ɔbaa no anaasɛ bɛrima no wasan aseɛ sɛ nipa no sɛnea na wɔteɛ no ansa na mo ware no wopɛ ne saa. When you meet someone that you start dating and you marry to the person put the man put the ring finger on your finger, and before they put the ring on your finger as a woman, you thinking say once you get married now, whatever red flags that you saw, no, you will be able to cause the person or influence the person to change. Now, you are mistaken because there has been many teachings regarding this matter. When you do not address situation during the foundation prior to getting married and you end up getting married, you have acknowledged that you are okay. You accept the person as they are. Don't get me wrong. We can positively influence our partners, people who are closer to us, some family members who pay close attention, wants to learn, have open mindset, and willing to grow and change. We can positively influence them based on not only what we say, based on our actions, the things that we do. Because if you're going to advise someone or you're going to try your very best to get someone to change their negative ways, now you yourself will need to be an example. So you have to role model for that person to be able to see that this woman, this man is someone that I can build a long-lasting, fruitful relationship and married with because they influence me or you in a positive form. Nobody is perfect in this world. We all make mistakes here and then. But like if you continuously doing the wrong thing, making decisions that affect you in a negative form or affect your partner in a negative form by deceiving your partner or deceiving yourself, you are not someone that one should waste their lifespan on you. But some of us, we don't listen to ourselves. We do not even take our when sometimes you meet someone, we don't take our intuition Seriously, sometimes when you meet someone, you have some bad feeling about the person, but because the person looks so good, oh my gosh, they have like 6, 8 packs, they have big breasts, they have big butt, and all the necessary packages that you fantasy about. So you don't see nothing else but that. Trust me, you're gonna suffer. Let me put up some of the comments that uh, our sister and her brother put up. Thank you, bro. Hey, sis. One love to you guys. Oh, Minyaba, I tell you, agenda agenda day for sure. We just need to do. I live in Texas. Our time will be 5 hours and 6 hours. New York is ahead of Texas. I know, right? We both live in the US, but like in the Pacific side, it's 2 hours difference. Some places are an hour difference with the eastern side. So I truly understand you. Hey, brother DJ Costello, me who watch you. Bishop Michael Abuaje Gansa, how you doing? Hey, brother Kwame Omari, wuni otonga tonga debediane tonga insuno. A lot, some of the men and women, they will deceive you when they want tonga. They will tell you everything you want to hear. Trust in me, it's not everybody you meet you have to sleep with. Because when you sleep with someone, you connect with the person spiritually, right? So I don't know, like we have some people, they have had multiple partners. And when I talk about multiple partners, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and God knows how many others, right? I don't know. I don't know. Some people go around and it's again both genders. It's not just one. Because when we talk in that terms, we being sexist. We shouldn't be sexist, right? We have some men, some women that who goes around a lot. Today, you don't talk about Tonga. But there's a relationship now. Don't worry about it. Obake says that's what a lot of people think. Oh, once we are married, he or she will change. Once we have children, he or she will change. This is something that hinder people's progress. This is something that put many people in a very unsafe, unhealthy, toxic relationships and marriages. Don't think that you are a miracle worker. Nyankopɔn koraa mpo no a wabɔ yɛn aba wiase no, a wama yɛ adwen ato yɛ tirim. Ɔse mede adwen ato wo tirim sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛsua adeɛ. Na wayɛ nneɛma a ɛbɛboa wo ɛne nnipa a wobɛka sɛ, saa nnipa asom nnipa wei sɛ deɛ, mede ne ka m'abrabɔ ho a m'abrabɔ bɛkɔ yie, nneɛma bɛkɔ yie, na me nso yɛ sɛ mebɔ me ho mmɔden. Ba yɛn mu bi ɛnyɛ saa ne yɛadwen o. Kyerɛ sɛ ayɛ a mente ase o. And believe me, I used to think the same way. When you are immature, obi wɔ hɔ a wanyi, ɛnso n'adwene no, nkwalaa adwene na ɛda so hyɛ ne tirim. Adwene kora ɛda ne tirim no, ɛyɛ kitikiti bi because ɔmpa adesua. Yɛpɛ ne saafoɔ no, yɛamfa ntetemefoɔ no. And people with fixed and closed mindset for no. Wɔse ɔno no deɛ, baabi otim a na otim. Sɛ bed bugs ke yɛka ne sɛn, sonkronso wɔde ne wɔtu talewa a ɔbɛtwe wo ho mogya to the extreme. W'ani bɛba ho so no, na nneɛma ato no, na sonkronso nso sɛ baako ɛba wo dan mu a, keep in mind they say it moves around because enya talewa taade mu anaasɛ wo ho baabi abɛba akɔda biara no or na de koka honom a ebe ko honom na awu before you know it, na your whole house is infested. What you have to do is to remove all the furnitures, everything. Sometimes the crumple. Even to say public transportation, you move it train mu, buses mu, it is so call to say outside in the community. Sometimes will be nantia, what do you choose to send you in a near fra baby? I won't know where quite be da hono. And I said, we call grocery stores in the supermarket, and I said regular clothing stores. No, sometimes the no a mususha into be a honoma. Won't me crumple and chiana hukakra, and that's one can't excuse me. And once I didn't whom choose trains mons make us say answer na me talker, a mission car can ma talker. I me go school na me fat train. Na time I'm factoring no rush hour into no to say nipa so into no nipa for so na I remember pa me ko school na me backpack me de to me chia me lose ne up into a tia na beto me to so into it cover my butt because na a man money be no rush hour no befa train no. And yes, I call baby to true and I saw more quadrumo. But she feelings. A bimo, ediomo, bear my between you to him, send your bear, pepe. So in some hooning in some phone and be moody. Some of them purposely because train say rush hours it takes a lot of people just any paper brain almost for a factor. And it's obedient who to you don't have any choice because the train in why all the cars in why to say train call back and forth. Nobody chew, no the chew. Now you are prepared because we on about our chest pot you know now also. Obi so on our shop condom that and to say me can be like I say seriously because I had an experience one time before. Now I wasn't aware. And to say what to train my obi to me didn't who to choose when you just say you try to use your eyes like really can you please calm yourself down because Bema sorry you feel it now yeah barry etaloto and having a backpack I will be able to like push it and then just have it hang it on my ass and so you come and try to get your feelings now you will catch your feelings with my backpack. They enjoy that rubbing and the back and forth to say, okay, I'm able to get this person hard on. So I'm gonna make it's not said that be America. Yeah, tears any no as no be idea. And to say even around that time, rush hour no near so be a whole free in fear and some control on the fear and the fear. Na ni jacket mu no ane ni outfit no hye obi wo kra bag ekita no ni backpack anasa ni pocket book ennioma a ewo ne ho no nson control ni bi hyem bed bugs no ebi wom enti the more you interact with people you pushing and shoving and the closeness utimi edi bibia fra bonten banti se me say tama na me go school me fa train se me kwa abonten ba na me bedru fi a ennioma ehye me nyina no I'll remove it and push and put it in a plastic bag, tied it up, and then before I wash and do everything and put new clothes on to make sure say whatever I brought from outside, it stays out there. So me wash, I wash with hot water or warm water. So whatever it is, baby, it should be so like a lot of times, some of us don't think in that sense. When you go out with the rush hour, some people they come there to just release themselves. They rub themselves behind you, they push themselves. Last time there was this guy, he was standing in the train. You can clearly see, say, this person can even leave space between him and the lady, and he has pushed his front all the way towards the woman, whereas he's holding. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. So what I also started doing, if I don't want to like stand up for someone to stand behind me now, I will go to the last stop, because that's where people will like aboard the train. There will be seats. So once I'm sitting down now, nobody will have anything or any reason to stand behind me and release themselves. I mean, if you don't have a girl, or you're unable to maintain a woman or a man in your life, and you want to catch your feelings, now I'm not the one that you're going to be able to relieve yourself from. So a lot of times, we don't, some people don't even think outside of that. Okay. And they do things. So don't ever think, don't ever think ever like, this person that I'm interested in, I'm attracted to. You can be attracted to someone based on the person's structure, facial expression, nose, eyes, lips. You look at the person and be like, man, this person, the way their lips looking, they can really, really kiss really well. But then you find out and it's completely different from your fantasy, right? And then some people will be able to take time and teach each other, because they really, really find themselves attracted to this person. Sometimes it could be the person's, butt, because we do have some men, they have some nice ass, and you have some women, they have some boom, boom, boom. So you'll be like, God damn, I want to be able to like, taste this, be able to enjoy this person for a little while. Sometimes it might, kind of like develop into love, loving the person, and gradually you guys will marry. So everybody, in the beginning of every relationship, we each have different thoughts, agenda. And sometimes the agenda can change, based on the things that we see. Because when you meet someone, the person have really great personality, now you will grow to love the person. Even maybe in the beginning, you may have different mentality, but don't go into relationship to change someone. My advice, and I have done that myself, because when Kay and I started dating, based on some of my bad past experiences, in everything, even when it's a petty one, I will turn it into arguments, right? Into a fight. And then we go in back and forth. I will stop talking to him. He will greet me. I will not even respond to him and stuff like that. It was really bad. I wasn't happy about it. It wasn't that my husband was not making me happy. I was creating that certain condition, that problem within my marital home, because I was so stuck up on being defiant, being oppositional. And as an independent woman, I felt like I can take care of myself. I don't really need him. So if we divorce, I don't care. So it's like, I was finding reasons, means, things to like not be with my husband. At the time, I was very immature, because when you are at certain age, you listen to the outside world on social media, like things like, um the one thing I never did in my life is comparison. Comparing some of the things with other people, or compete unnecessary with other people. Like, I don't know. I guess, we do have some of us, we don't really pay close attention to what other people do. We just, we come as an individual person. That's me. From my childhood to now, I always do things individually because I just feel like I cannot rely on people. I have to rely on myself. But there was a time period of my life in my 20s that I was very naive. I didn't have any relationship experience, and you don't have a lot of parents that will sit you down and talk to you about things that you will come that will come about in your relationship, how you should handle it, because there's no manual for that. So my thoughts, of course, was the same as the social the societal norm, that once I get into a relationship, things that I see that I don't like, I'm going to be working on that. So initially, some of our, like, arguments and fights was based on that assumption. Me thinking that I could change my husband and him thinking that he could change me. But after 2.5 and to 3 years, we were able to realize that it's not working. What can we do? So we both started working on ourselves with our flaws. And then once we were able to be in a good place, we sat down, we discussed things. Okay, let me know things that he does not like, um, and things that he has seen that is not attractive to him, and vice versa. I said the same thing. So we work together as couples in areas that as couples that we lacking of. So doing things, um, building teamwork, having confidence, and compromising, being committed to what we have set ourselves, because it's both our first marriages. So it's like sometimes some people, they do have experience with what they're doing, and then we both accepted that we can each accept change our behavior ourselves, but we can change each other. However, we can also influence the other person. For instance, if I'm good with financing, and Casey is I'm good with financing, he can learn a lot from me, right? If Kay is loving, caring, Dovey, I can also learn from him and stuff like that when there is understanding. Nti sɛ munya nteaseɛ wɔ mo ho na you mature enough, and you learn some coping skills now, you should be able to really, really learn things going along. I mean, we went from um, arguing on petty stuff into laughing with each other, laughing at each other, spending quality time, giving each other space, not being in everybody's business. Like my phone, I have password on my phone. Kay has password on his phone, but I'll give it to him. He answers my phone. My phone will ring. If I'm not close to it, I will ask him to answer it, vice versa with him, but the reason I have password on my phone, if I am to lose my phone outside in the community, I'm not going to give people the opportunity to go through my personal stuff, because I do have some information on my phone that I'll never have my phone going missing, because when I put it in my pocket, I make sure there's no hole in my pocket, and I normally put it in the where there's a zipper. I don't carry pocketbooks. And I have a reason. For the reason I don't do that is my big sister, she had have a lot of incident, well, two different incidents that happened to her. One was that she went to the bank, she went and withdraw money, she was getting ready, preparing to travel to Ghana, and there was two guys who live in her neighborhood. They have followed her, and they put a knife on her, and they took the money that she went and took. It was a lot of money, including some money that a friend of her gave it to her to go give it to her family. So her friend, thought that she was trying to, like, dupe her or defraud her or something like that, but truly she was robbed, And then the second one was when she got off from work. She could have just take the bus and got to her stop, which is a block from her home, but she needed to go to the grocery store, to the supermarket. So she got off a couple stops away. She went and got some grocery things, and instead of going through the other side, the street, which is a longer way, she decided to go through the park. That's a shortcut. And she saw a guy, who was like going past her. So they were going on the different direction. And when the guy went and passed her, he turned around and put a gun to her head. My sister took off her handbag, gave it to him, and the guy ran with with her handbag, her pocketbook. Thank God, the only thing that was in the pocketbook, she didn't have a lot of money. She has some credit cards, which she was easily able to call and cancel it. She has her Metro card, which was she normally buy monthly Metro card. And then she has a couple dollars in there. She has her house key. He doesn't know which building she lives in or what floor. So that was a good thing, because thank God they don't put the building number and the apartment number. So that can be replaced and everything. As she called the cops, made a case, and some days later they did identify the suspect. They arrested him and they jailed him. She had to go to the to court and also give her testimony. The police did take her statement and stuff like that. So for me, like when I go out, I don't put money on me. I may have a card or two on me. I don't carry pocketbook, because most people who wants to rob you, they just go for your wallet. You want to take my jacket, you can take my jacket, because most times my credit card is not in my jacket, and I'm not going to announce where I put it on social media, because I know where I put it and it's safe for sure. So just being in a relationship and a marriage, just learn some coping skills that will help you be able to positively influence your partner, and go into the relationship and the marriages in a sense to changing your ways, doing better. You have to reflect what your partner is, how your partner is, or you can be better than your partner. I mean, like I always needs to be able to do well. I can't depend on my husband. I have to be independent, and support one another. Obaketi said there was a guy whose family pushed into marriage because he was so much into women, thinking he would stop once he was married. Please, you just oh my gosh. I don't understand you. They just did him a favor. Now he has a wife who will be waiting at home, and then he will have many side chicks or girlfriends on the side. Who are you to tell him what he can and cannot do? Unless he decides to change that. My dear, I tell you, it even got worse. Of course, because you are receptive to the person that he is. And the wife, you know that he's a womanizer. A womanizer is always going to be a womanizer until they themselves say that they are doing no more. You can tell your partner, listen, you can see other women or you can see other men. It's their body. They have the right to do whatever. When you come to the Ghanaian community or African community society, women are not supposed to be having boyfriends when they are married. Trust me, some women don't give a shit. So if you can do it, they can do it better. Have 100 men line up, 100 Ghanaians line up with 100 women that they've been with or they are with, and go and do a DNA. You'll find out. what's happening. You will know if your partner is being honest or dishonest. And that's what it is. Oh, sir, I love that. What do you love, brother Kwame Omari? Oh, omo feelings were train during rush hours. The new wife was not the solution. Of course, listen. I mean, like you have to understand that some people display certain habit because they enjoy doing it. The adrenaline is so like they get very excited because when you are with someone, you are committed to someone, and then you fooling around, like uh the secrecy and the hide and seek, it gets some people excited. Why do you think that some women will find out that the man that they are boning is married, but they still choose to be with the person? Most side chicks and mistresses, they see a married man as a responsible person, as to whether or not the married man is rich or not, or is well to do. They're responsible because they have settled. So the side chicks and the side piece, whatsoever you most of you call it, is just something that they will use to soothe their fantasy, or their pleasure that they're not getting home. Because some wives are old fashioned, some husbands are old fashioned, and you do have some partners, who wants to exploit. You have some married couples, the woman or the man likes clubbing. They will still want to go clubbing every now and then. And if there's going to be some arguments and fighting based on that, now it will put a strain in their relationship or their marriages, when if they don't sit and really have a constructive conversation and have better understanding and have mutual respect. Because we do have some men and some women, they are married but living single. They do things, they hide things and stuff like that. So they do things that are very deceptive with their partner. So we just need to be mindful that it's not everything that we do, other people, be receptive to it, but we need to find ways and means to be able to compromise with one another, and if someone is doing something and we want to throw them into the wolf or into the pit, thinking that that will automatically change, not no, unless they say to themselves, I'm done, I'm no longer going to be doing this, I need to respect myself, respect my partner, and stop doing this. So like until then, it's just going to continue, and it will get worse, as Oba Kate said. It gets really worse. I love this conversation. Well, thank you, brother Kwame Omari. I have some nice ass. Oh, really? So that's good. That's why wifey cannot get enough of you, right? Yeah, some more. Brother Omari will kill a person. Okay. So it's like, let me see, oh my gosh. So when we meet someone that we are attracted to or we like in the beginning, or if you are already have gotten married and things are going south, meaning things are not going well, because some of the things that the red flags that you saw, now it has gotten worse, right? And your partner lack of effective communication, what are some of the ways that you can find to talk to the person, and to have effective communication, you cannot be expecting to have that conversation during the time that there are some arguments or petty stuff going on, or the person, your partner or you, is not in a good space. Sometimes our elders will say pillow talk, right? Around the time you lovey-dovey, making love, having sex, doing a quickie, and you are all settled in, you have your satisfaction, you feeling good, you feeling drowsy, you want to get some rest, your stress level has dropped completely, your mind, your adrenaline is like calm and collected, you know uh, everything is as cool as dandy. That around that time, that's when you should be having certain sensitive discussion, right? Because everyone is in a good space. It shouldn't be um, force on your partner. If your partner is not ready, give him or her some time in order to be able to do that. But we do have some of us, some men and some women will cohabited relationships and marriages. We should never disregard any red flags in the beginning during the foundation, because what you build is what you're going to get. It's not going to change. It's like, when you're building a house, you build the foundation. You have to make sure that the foundation is solid. If you're just going to do it anyhow, right, and you build the house on it, at some point, if there is a mother nature, a storm, tornado, anything, a hurricane, whatsoever, um, that can cave in because you did not build a stronger, healthier, foundation. It's the same thing with relationship. If you just throw in whatsoever and thinking sometime down the line I'll be able to fix it, you just fooling yourself. You're not thinking critically. You setting yourself up for failure. There are some things we cannot um just sweep it underneath the rug and expect the problem to work on itself, because problems, objects cannot work on itself. In order for that to happen, humans needs to take action, right? Words are powerful. It can break someone or make someone. And promises. It's easy for us to promise and say things, good things to people. But if I'm saying I love you, I care for you, oh, I want to build a life with you, and so forth. Oh, honey, I really truly enjoy when uh, we make love and all this and that, and your actions is the opposite of the things that you're saying, forget about it. It's not gonna work, right? So we have to learn to solve problems, and we shouldn't find only one solution to work on our problem. You should always find multiple solutions to work one problem, because something that can work at the moment today may not work tomorrow or the next day. That's why it's good to learn how to do self-direction, doing verbal prompt, giving caring gestures, uh, giving directive statement, head of help, because there are some instances, some situation that you may need to help your partner, hands on. Sometimes it's just verbal prompt. And the same thing as we raise our kids. When you have multiple children, you have to study your children and making sure that your kids is not every method of direction, factors and directions that works with your child. Some children they will require redirections. Some may require directive statement. Some may require verbal prompts, reminders. So it's on and on. You can use the same method for every single children. We see that our children have different personality, but when most African parents come in, they always using the same freaking hardcore rigid method on each and every kid, and then they will start cursing their own children by their mouth. You are so stubborn, you don't listen. Maybe he is or she is listening, but the method you're using ain't working with them. But some of us don't pay attention to that. Oh, Pastor Wabroni Crystal Apomu Etisen Kuma, how are you doing? Let me see. Oh, do I see anyone else? Okay, so Kate, thank you for your productive contribution. I really love that. Okay, let me Obaki put another one up here. Let me see. Says, why do some men behave a certain way to please women when dating, and a couple of years after marriage, they just turn the opposite? Hmm. Thank you for that question. I love it. You see, in the beginning of every relationship, we start out with lies, right? Everything, because most of us women, we talk a lot. So when we meet someone now, we tell we most women tell men that they meet them, men who show interest in them, their hopes, dreams, fantasy, everything that they desire. So through that, especially if you're not lucky enough and you find a pathological liar or someone who is deceptive, someone who is very selfish now, they're going to use your own words against you. So in the beginning, you will not see it, because before you cut on to the patterns of their personality and behavior of things that they will do and say to dupe you, it's too late. You have already locked yourself into it. So that is important for women to say as little as possible. For me, I would even advise us women, when you leave one relationship to go into another relationship, please do not talk about your past bad experience with your partner. The things that you experience. If it's a lesson learned and you want to share, of course you can share that. But everything that transpired, because keep in mind, women, humans go through emotion, and sometimes you may love someone so much, and then once you get to know the person, the behavior, their personality, they become unattractive. So what you would do is that, you know what, I no longer have the feelings that I have for this man or for this woman. So the things that you promise is going to be a lot of promise and fail. It's not going to happen, which is part of the deception. Because who does not want to hear good things? Who does not want to hear someone who shows that they are very motivated? Yet, I mean, people who be like, who are deceptive, they brag a lot. They are coward also. They are weak. They have low self-esteem. So they will be emboldened to say things that will make you love them more, right? So in the beginning of relationship, I think it will be very important, it's crucial for them to put everything on the table. If you are struggling, you are struggling. Don't tell your partner, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to make you the happiest woman on this earth and stuff like that. But then you start seeing things, when you have a partner, they go from one job to another. Why is that? I know someone back in the days, over almost 20 years ago, they get a job easily, but they cannot maintain the job. We came to find out, fast forward years later, the reason why he cannot maintain the job was he was stealing from his job place, right? And then he got arrested and was jailed for some years. So sometimes, you have some people, they have adapt some characteristic. They are thieves. They are pathological liars. They do not do the work that are assigned to them. They use other people to do the work and they get paid. Like me, when I work in a place and we have to do team work, right? And I find myself doing a whole lot, because I don't mind taking part of it and also sharing my opinion. But if I find out you're the type of person who will pretend to be working, but you're not working, sister, yeah, for that Abrabo Tobacco pay Aquaba, Memo Aquaba, and you pretend to be working, because I work with someone in the past, and that person, he will come, and whenever we work in, you work with challenging, difficult, aggressive individuals. It was a field of valid behavior, and I came to recognize, and a lot of other people, a lot of other former colleagues also recognize, that when this dude comes to work, he will look for individuals who have no behavior problems, and then he will do activities, recreational activities with them. So throughout the whole 8 hours, they don't have to do much. And then he will leave the most difficult individuals with a lot of challenges and emotional management, anger issues with the female staff. And you would think that having a male staff, they will be inclined to take the lead, right? So it got to a point I was like, you know what? If we're going to work and he's going to find productive way to be smart, then I'm also going to find a ways to work. I didn't have any problem working with any individuals, any person, because I'm the type of person, I don't want anyone to treat me uh bad or unfairly. So like, whoever I work with, whoever I have discussion with, I want to make sure that there are fairness, and what I say is what I do. I'm not going to do anything different from that, because you have to be consistent. If you are promising someone that you do this A, B, C, D, and then we come about and you skip A, you go to C, and then before D comes, we are at F, you're not consistent. Now, I will not trust you. The same thing with children and other people. When you say you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and you're doing something else, the trust will be broken. And when it's very easy to break someone's trust versus building the trust, because it takes a lot of energy, time to build up trust. So when you're with someone, the best possible way to lay the foundation, what you're saying during dating, is what you need to continue to do. Do not give me a lot of money. Do not spoil me. Have me think that I'm living on cloud nine, that you are the it Prince Charming for me, whereas you have some secret on some uh double dealing on the side. You're not being truthful, you are being deceptive, sweeping things and hiding things from. Don't do that, because once I find out, we're going to have a big problem, and you will be the one who is going to end up losing more, because when you have more, you have hit the jackpot. There are some virtuous women out there, that we have some men who are unappreciative of them. We have some good men, noble men out there who has good heart, that some women are being unappreciative. It happens all the time, because majority of the time, some of us, we are blinded by love. It's easy to fall in love than falling out of love. To fall out of love, it will take time, some healing process for you to do that, because once you give your heart to someone, and the person squash it, it's very hard. It's very hard for you to trust anyone to even have any type of feeling for other people. So it happens a lot in relationship. When you are fresh, be honest with yourself, with your partner. Please don't promise the things that you cannot provide. It's okay if you are honest and your partner disregard that and they want to leave. That's fine. So when she will be no any gene ho na wo ayi se wo dwa wanu mu nneoma a wontimi nye no waka se o meye se ama afi de be wi ase no ware ni wi a na chese nneoma nyina asai bibia chese ebedru baby na ato a yesi odo san na ato adapa, right? Se sa na wo mo ka no na nneoma enkoye ti se nipa bebree wɔ hɔnom a kyerɛ sɛ sɛnea nneɛma a ɛbɛkɔ so wɔ mo awareɛ mu ne ɔmo relationship mu ayɛ a na ɛnyɛ yo. I mean, adeɛ nneɛma bi wɔ hɔnom a yɛn mu bi yɛnte aseɛ. I don't condone in physical abuse. Sɛ wobɔ obi anaasɛ woto adeɛ bɔ obi, wofa adeɛ nso de bɔ obi a, you're going to leave a bruise. Sometimes, you can even kill a person by hitting them with something heavy, right? Or even slapping the person. If the person lose their balance and hit the floor and hit their head, now they could get a concussion. They can easily die or fall into coma, or it could trigger something else. Maybe the person was bound to lose their life or to get sick or to be in a coma, but your actions has triggered something like that. So of course you'll be responsible for that. But some things that really break people, that will haunt people for years and years, even with some professional counseling that will take time to heal, is when one chooses to be verbally abusive, which will kind of escalate into emotional abuse. And then it translates into psychological. So you have verbal abuse / emotional abuse, and then you have mental / psychological abuse. Things that formulate in the head are the most dangerous. The emotional and the psychological aspect of abuse are the most dangerous because people do not foresee that. It's you who goes through that. You know your struggles. You know your pain, your grief, the difficulties, the challenges in your life. Unless you express that for someone that you are with who is understanding, critical thinker, loving, caring, and respects you and are receptive to the person that you are. Everybody have a past, but having a past, our bad past experiences, we should not allow that to define us. You have to find ways and means to move forward. You cannot allow yourself to be stuck. Okay, your upbringing was the worst thing that happens to you, your mother, your father, your sisters, your siblings, your family members, your friends, just people that you were closer to, they did you dirty. Okay, I understand that. I'm sorry to hear that. You are a survivor. You're no longer a victim, because once you continue to blame, give excuses, give reasons, and you don't move past that, you continue to be a victim. You have to be able to pass that, which will make you a survivor. And survivors, they become successful because they use their bad past experiences to press forward, to not allow anything to keep them prisoner. Some people are prisoners in their own head, right? Some people adapt a deceptive personality because they don't trust themselves. Excuse me. They don't trust themselves. Their self-confidence is low. Most Africans are timid because of the outbringing, the lack of education, the fear, even, having to worship our maker. We have some church leaders who, instead of using the word of God to preach, some of them are very deceptive because they're using it as business for their stomach in their pocket. They will tell you things, say things that will break you. Listen, Ain't nobody in this world who is going to be able to convince me, manipulate me, adrodo. Hey, Erade. Sani pano na chese asem chese bibi hano wa yare. Because me no mitiensem se obi Kenyan sasem a metie pa me pa adesua. And I'm say no, bebre. I'm not that old and I'm not that young, but I have learned so much over the years. And some of the things, the way I learn, my brain is very huge in my head. And it's the way say I drink one of them. I have an open mind. Just because you say something I don't agree with you now, it doesn't mean say what you're saying is wrong. I haven't gotten there yet, or I don't think say what you're saying is something that would be beneficial for me now. But I would do my very best to listen and be respectful to what you're saying. I cannot disregard what another person is saying because wisdom is not in one person's head. But for any church leader to tell me, Ajo say your mom is a witch. Only pakrono krempono say, you'll be a joke for me. Because before I was born, I was conceived in my mommy's tummy, right? I was vulnerable then. My mom could have easily gotten rid of me, either taking a pill, morning after pills, or like have an abortion. My mom is a nurse, so she knows ways and means that she could have gotten rid of me easily. And even if your mom is not a nurse now, they have ways and means. They listen around, they can get rid of you. My mother carried me 9 months in her tummy, and she went through labor for hours to push me out naturally. Hey, and once I was born, she cradled me, took care of me, fed me breast milk, and then it graduated into cocoa, and then wachi benku and all the other ampesi, everything, just name it for Ghanaians. Every sacrifice my mother made for me. And now they travel abroad. They brought me along. I finished school. I'm on my own now. I'm a mother myself. I'm a wife and independent. I have a mind of my own. And you're going to tell me my mom is the reason that I am the way that I am now, because if I'm going through some financial difficulties now, it has to be my mom. You're going to tell me it's because of my mom or someone closer to me. Listen, ain't nobody, because all my mother, my father sacrificed. If I do have money and enough money, I'm going to make sure that I take care of my parents. My parents, they did well. They built a life. They have a legacy. They don't need my help because they are well off. However, if I do have some extra and I want to give it to my parents because I'm choosing to do so, but ain't nobody outside my parents going to come in my life and expect me to abandon my parents and taking care of them. They must be mad. So those who believe such people, they have small mindset. Because at the time your mom can destroy you, can harm you, they did not do that when you were vulnerable. Now you have established a life and you are more inclined to trust someone who did not raise you. Someone, oh my God, there are so many people, they live in abroad, they send money to their pastors. I mean, you can find it in your heart to give your pastor something for themselves. But some people send money, momo, to some so-called charlatans for that charlatan to do fasting for them. Trust me, That charlatan is sitting at a club or a chop bar, eating fufu, etil, benku, kenke, enchenam, ukopano a pakisiwo, the food they will carry in front of them for them to sit one leg here, one leg there, and then have their club and their star on or their malt on the side or hard liquor and chop this food. And you sitting in abroad thinking, say, your pastor, your charlatan pastor is praying for you. You see, their stomach is so huge. They are well off, wearing designer clothes, driving a car, used to riding a train and a bus. Eh? Charlie, we have to teach ourselves. Oh, but you hear, right? So, like in many cases, when it comes to, thank you, Obapa, in many cases, when it comes to deception, now, please use your own mind. Oh, do not give your power away. Eh? When you allow people to dictate for you, when you allow people to manipulate you, when you give too much information to people that you closer to people that you have grown to love, right? People that you have allowed in your circle now, it's on you. Don't blame anybody but yourself. Because it's okay for you to ask your pastor to play along with you to help you pray. That's fine. And but for you to give your prayers for someone to do it for you, what are you doing? God listens to all of us. We all have the power within us. I don't allow anyone to pray for me and put their hands on me. What do I know? I don't know what anybody do behind closed doors. I don't know what you're practicing because people are deceptive. Some people, they will do things outside differently, but behind closed doors, trust me, we have so many people, both genders, they have a dark, wicked, evil heart. You don't see it on their forehead, you don't see it in their face. Some people have two face. Don't be deceived based on someone's charming. We do have some men who knows how to talk, how to rap you. We have some women who knows what to give you and to do to capture your heart. So you always have to build yourself stronger. Don't be don't don't just take things flat, you know? Learn. Suadeɛ, adesua ɛboa ɛma nkɔsoɔ ba. W'adwene emu bie. You become more mature and wise. Sometimes, obi wɔ hɔ a wafu dwom. Nso asɛm a ɔbɛka ɔka koraa na apɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ wode wo nsa yɛ mu koraa bɛbɔ n'aso wo nsa akyi. You want to backslap the person because the person is not making any sense. So this is some of the things that we do go through. Just do better. Work on yourself. Self everything. Will it be wrong to seek divorce when one realized there were lies or some form of deception in the marriages? That's a great question. For me personally, I don't advise people to get divorces. But I do advise people to think through things and take actions based on what will be more beneficial for them, which might lead into divorcing your partner or working it out. Because we do have some deceptions, some of us will say white lies, but white lies are still lies, right? There are some things in that It depends based on how it affects you. Anything that affects you negatively, emotionally, and psychologically, I will advise you to take off your shoes and run. Because when it comes to emotional and psychological abuse and aspect, things that your partner has done to you over the years, as time goes on, it piles up and it can cause a person, it can trigger something in a person's, mentally, that can cause you to be depressed, to have anxiety disorder, to have bipolar and other mental health issues. And all this, mental health issues, if you are a patient or you are a victim of, you are someone who has mental health issue, with the right treatment, you should be able to have a normal life without having to go through too many problems. However, if you do refuse getting the right treatment or getting the help that you need now, you will struggle all your life and you'll be very unhappy. That's why sometimes when you have people who struggles with mental illness, when they don't get the help, the necessary or adequate help that they need, some of them will feel that they are better off leaving this world. Some of them will commit suicide and so forth. So for me, when it comes, brother Quay, welcome. When it comes to things that will affect me psychologically and emotionally, I would rather that I will leave. I'm not going to like just give you a second chance. No, because I know myself. I know where I am strong and where I am weak. And when it comes to this right here, I'm not gonna condone it. I will be clear with you. Like, Kay and I, like before we got married, before we even started dating, I let him know my likes and dislikes. And I asked him his likes and dislikes. At first, he was a bit hesitant. He was like, why do you know? And I was like, listen, you got to tell me because I need to make sure that I'm not going to do things that will trigger you or that will make you uncomfortable or unhappy. Even we did talk about it, we didn't get it right in the beginning, but at some point down the line, we are able to learn from each other, also educate each other, be more respectful to one another, and set clear boundaries. Like I have my pet peeves, and I do not like pathological liars, deceptive people, you know, cheaters. Like I have a list of it, but like there are some things, it's a no-go area. I know the things that K does not like for me to fool around. So knowing that he does not like that, why would I do that? I do not, flirt with people. I mean, if we're talking about sex and other stuff, he knows my limits. I mean, we educating ourselves, but to flirt with someone in his presence, knowing full well that's something that he does not like, it's like when you intentionally pushing someone's button to see their reaction. I have spoken to people, being in discussion regarding jealousy, and we do have some Ghanaian men and women who feels that a little jealousy is good. Jealousy is a negative feeling. It can cause someone to take another person's life, someone to get angry, get into a fight, and harm someone very badly. So why would I want to condone in something like that? I will not, be receptive to something that can cause somebody harm, right? But laughter is something that is good for my body. So if you can say something or I can say something that will make all of us laugh. Now, of course, I'll be part of it because I know it's good for our health. So sometimes there are certain things, some of them will say, if my man or my woman does not feel jealous, it doesn't mean that they love me. I mean, for me personally, and this is my personal opinion, that is dysfunctional mindset. I don't want my husband to be jealous of me. My husband's action shows me that he loves me. My actions should reflect that for him. If he doesn't see it, then he can talk to me about it. But to do things or talk to other people to make me jealous, I think that is just childish and unhealthy. You just build an unhealthy environment. So it's a whole lot of things that some of us, we need to take care of ourselves and each other. Wow. Like, okay. Mhm. Lifelong learning. Are we open to it, Anna? Sister, yeah, good questions. And ask again. The lifelong lessons, many of us don't even want to be bothered with it, which is very bad. I listened to a couple of your video regarding, self-image, things that we want to do in life, where are we at? You ask a lot of questions. I see that some people will not even go and glance at it, right? Because everything, all your nuggets, is based on lifelong learning. But many people don't even bother with it. Like when you go on Facebook, you have more than 1,000 people. How many people comment on your post? How many people like your video nuggets and stuff like that? So when it comes to our community, we have a long way to go. Before Titri, we have a long way to go because to say I dream that day be mutimuno. Sometimes it's so sad. Why do we hurt ourselves? Why do we like do things that hinder our development? Why don't we support each other, do things that will make each other happy? There's like, it's too much. It's too much. Hello, Brother Quay. 11.5K on most recent beef on Facebook says. That's the problem. I asked a question, and I have asked this question multiple times, and you guys can help me with it. I will say it in English and I'll say it in Chi. When there are beef going on social media and you have educative program regarding lifelong lessons, as Sister Ya for that prayer will put it, and that's like perfect. And you have 11.5K and for beef on social media, ɛko nsɛm a ɛnsɛm fata na ade a yɛkyerɛ a wofa bi a ɛbɛboa wo na ɛde nkɔso aba w'abrabɔ mu na wobɛba akɔhwɛ na less than 100 views, right? Ɔmo a ɔmo like it, ɔmo love it, ɔmo use other emojis no. Deɛ wɔyɛ beef no ɛne neɛ wɔhyɛ beef no. Hwan Chi no kra me hu sɛ hwan na wagyi me, hwan na wagyi me paa, ɛna hwan na wasɛe. Who is the dumb, the dumber, who is the dumber and dumbest? Is it the person who is doing the program, the one who is liking or using other emojis, or the one who is sharing? So I like to hear some of the response to that. I ask myself that because my children, I will not encourage my children to go and watch something that will not be beneficial for them. We get curious, because when you hear like there's beef going on, you want to hear what is happening. But like, on YouTube and stuff, sometimes you just scrolling, you see something. Sometimes the capture that they will put is not even what is happening. Some people put catchy caption for you to click in, and then you start listening to what they're talking about. You be like, Mike, this is unimportant, and then you come out. But the fact that you click in, you have already gave them a view, right? So it happens a lot. So now, like, for a lot of catchy uh topics, I don't go and watch. I am very selective on social media. There are certain people that I listen to. Sometimes, I provide my comments and stuff, and then move on. But like I don't watch just anybody, everybody, because I want to feed my body with positivity. But negativity sells, so a lot of people will condone beefing because it's not them, it's somebody else. And we do have some people who mock others, pull down syndrome for like they will do things and just say things, and you have some people who will encourage such behavior. I mean, some people develop poor characteristic because that's what's paying them. So they go and sniff out beef. Some people even, we have even hear some people talk about they will arrange beefing. Ewa Ghana man, you crew move for a bimo, almost said that they plan and beef with each other just to get views and money. It is what it is. Yeah, we do have people who follow us. Like you will put a picture, a nice picture that makes you feel good, and you see maybe 2 3 people, the most people 20 liking it. But on your page you have over 1,000 people who are your friends. But then when they post theirs, they want you to come share. We have some people who are selfish. When they do things now, they are looking for you to come and support them and do things with them. But then when it comes to you, everybody had to scatter. They disappear. They don't even look your way, you know? Isn't that ironic? And it's only you chrome for before. It's very bad. Brother Kwe, me dancing Yamisha. Hey, Brother Kwe, my number one fan. He shares everything for me. Everything he shares it for me. Every single thing. I kid you not. So thank you, bro. Let me see. Sister Ya says, nations are investing in their human resources and making progress. Where are we at with that? Sister Ya, we are beneath the baseline. From everything that I see, everything that I know, things that's happening all around, beneath the baseline. We're not even at the baseline. We have a long way to go, but we do have a small percentage. They have supersede the baseline, but it's not enough. The more we have to supersede the baseline, the better it is. So some of us, with our generation and our children and the new generation, we just need to continue to educate ourselves, teach ourselves things that we don't know. We learn things we know, we teach. Those who want to listen, I'm sure in the future, they will be successful. I mean, we pick and choose who we listen to and what we do. That's life. You can't force people to do the right thing. They need to learn that on their own, and it's up to them. So that's what it is. Negativity sells in this part of our world, most definitely. So go and do something stupid. I mean, I'm sure if I come here and I write that Kay and I are getting a divorce, I will have a lot of viewers because they are curious. They want to know what's happening. but we're not getting a divorce. And I can't do something like that just to get views. If someone I come and say Kay and I, we having a major argument and I need advice from people, to put it out there, of course I'll get views. If I come and say Sister Ya for that Tobra or Nana Araba, myself, and Oba Kate, myself, Brother Kwe, Brother Kwame Omari, and people that I'm closer to, we are having disagreement, we are having beef now. Sure, trust me, I will have a lot of views because people want to see other people not doing well, being dragged down. People jubilate when someone is in pain. But why should we do that? That's very dysfunctional. Nyame ama me adwen anto me tirim sɛ memfa nyɛ nsɛm ho. Deɛ menim no mɛkyerɛ. When it comes to, like, when I do programs now, I focus mostly on the emotional and the psychological aspect because those are the things that affect us when it comes to mental illness. Being stressed out for so long, it will escalate into something else, into some type of mental issues. And I don't need to be locked up in a psychiatric ward just because someone broke my heart or someone mistreat me. I went through trauma, so like I'm going to relieve that. I'm breaking that cycle. I'm moving on. I'm no longer looking back because everything that has happened in my past, I cannot change that. No matter what I do, and killing myself will not give me a second chance to restart my life. So I love life. I love this world. I know the things that I need to build myself up. I don't go with the social norm. I am independent. I don't care about what other people think of me because they are not the ones that are feeding me. They are not the one buying me clothes. They are not the ones who is going to dictate my life for me. If I allow myself for people to tell me what to do, then I will not grow and change. I have to learn that on my own. Kay will not be able to, to do so much if I do not help myself. He support me emotionally, psychologically, financially and other areas, and vice versa. We support each other because we have understanding where we each stand, how we can grow together. So a lot of times, you have people who do things, they'll say things, that will hurt themselves and hurt others. This is what it is. We each have our choice to make. So whatever we want to watch and go and do, that's on us. I can tell you what you can and what you cannot do. Life is life. Life is precious. I am not wasting all my happiness and putting everything in a bucket that I know is going to be harmful to me. Negativity, it harms your brain. The things that we listen to, like, trust me, come on. In Ghana, like when you have someone pass away, that's when you have people digging stories. Some people are pathological liars. Some people, their programs and their videos are very deceptive. Information they don't have, they come and tell. People living in abroad, they say things that are untrue because they know, say, the person is in Ghana, so they cannot do nothing to them. When they're traveling to Ghana, they will not announce it, so they will come and go. So people, and some people in abroad, they do others wrong. They insult people, they disrespect others, they say things that they shouldn't be saying. It's not good. Even when someone is going through some difficult times and they are down, when someone is down, do not continue to stamp on them or hit them. Nobody knows what tomorrow is going to bring. So, it's just an education piece we need to be able to get accustomed to. But that's what it is. But negativity is part of our world now, and social media, there are plenty of them in there, but I'll continue to be selective. If you send me something that's negative, I'm deleting it. If it's something educative that I can use to also educate myself and people who listen, I'll do that. Week passes allowed, but in some love of bad news into 11.5K. Oh, minyaba. And some more. And some, I mean, to say, like, I just love social media in some aspect because it's through social media. Because me to me can't no, but me to me because men she ebi wɔ hɔ egyina m'anim so kra mentimi nka nti mmoa mu bebree na mo akyerɛ me twii ka nkakra metimi yɛ ba twii sɛnea ɛwo ka no saa na pronounce no so sometimes minim abɛde ka but sometimes no to put some of the words together no ɛden ma me says I support those who support me period saa pɛpɛɛpɛ sister ya that's how it should be. Near or support or no support because on support me, why should I even bother myself? Because the crew move forward in the mere palm. Obi or her and you was three and me 3 mono and yet I dream papa ne won it. Yeah, way below the belt. You are so right. Thanks, sis. It's crazy. Some folks just can't jubilate, celebrate, and be happy for people. I'm Paul. Even Moses Bliss and Maria Wiseborn cry. They have issues about them. I'm telling you, folks went and double their past humans. Just say, would I have sometimes would dream you maybe one tears you. Just say, a quayema will be a Ubabon some money panel. Now, I mean, to say me, no, I find ways. I reach out to Sister Ya for that, you know, and I'm in any kind say me, Sister, I'm a man in a may be familiar with Sister Ya for that, that time not watch on the first book, inspirational book, a reflection of my thirsty soul, and even Sister Ya say about me program so. Atobra no na mentimi mbɔ ne yie nti mekai sɛ one program bi anana me yɛ na sister ya aka kyerɛ sister ama mention ba so na sister ya aka kyerɛ ɛtwerɛ sɛ ɔmbɔ ne din ne yie nkyerɛ me because me pronounce ne yie which is great because the DB we pronounce it in a different form but I was like messing up her last name Nibuemfu but she find a way productively to educate me on that and I love it and since that day I realized I say okay obia maboni did wrong so many times the boy for me when you me and when she then woman say she really want me to like shine me share follow the page about life and I'm a corner jam share my opinion but but to say like sometimes and you maybe walk on ma hey sister and mommy who watch you welcome Abrabo Mu Nsem good to see you and to say like nipa bi wo hɔ no ma wo hia no na ensɛm a ɔbɛkeka no to say wutimi wo sɛ nipa no kyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ critical thinker nneɛma a wɔka no wunim bi but say ebi nso wɔ hɔ a wunim nti wobɛtumi de aka ne wunim ne ho na wo de abɔ ɛbra brother K Emmanuel Abrabo Mu Nsem and to say gradually I was able to kind of like listen and then I was very happy to the books during the pandemic there was a lot going on a lot of people were stressed a lot of people were depressed some people going through like have bipolar they tend to go outside and get some fresh air and more to me and manage day to day not to say pandemic lockdown they are cooped inside it was very challenging for them. So listening to Sister Yano, I reached out to her and I let her know, say like, me kind book, I motivate me to say, miss me person me true my life story and nyoma my endure nyoma ma go through and then the emessia to move my life ahead and do things differently. Sister, I said, okay, no problem. Says when you're ready, reach out to me, this and this and that. To me catch sister, yeah, oh me dear, tell me the minimum say my catch no ye keke is that's that. But I was going to write the book. But I think, to tell you the truth, Sister Yanyami in Shira Ate, any your coaching, your encouragement, your positivity, pushing me. At some point, man to uncle so, but Sister Ya frame me, no, see, so what can say, and made the ball not to court to say like you when you're ready, yeah, but to say but who said if we don't talk about it now it would take the procrastination was there. I was procrastinating and I'm a kind to say me yeah imagine say okay I'm going to start this project and maybe a throw book um sister ya busa amasɛm bi na meka kyɛn sɛ to sɛ me birthday ba nti no ɛbɛyɛ me de sɛ metumi atwerɛ book no na ma publish by my birthday but sɛ bi ɛno ntumi nyɛ possible ɛsiane sɛ time limit na ɛne ebia after holidays na sister ya say no, we're gonna go with the first thing that you said, publishing the book around by your birthday. And I said okay. And then, at times I'm supposed to send her the draft within a day or two. And then it will kind of take maybe 4 days and stuff. So she will send me a reminder. But once her time management is on spot, once she will send me a reminder, after a month time, I realized to say she's very organized. She's very structured. Her time management is on point. Onye te sɛ yɛn Ghanafoɔ bi ɛka sɛ yɛhyɛ adeɛ si nɔnson na yɛbɛtɔ ebi wɔ hɔ a nɔnwɔtwe nɔnkron. We say 7 o'clock and then we show up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and so forth. When she says 6 is 6 o'clock. Once I was able to recognize that, I was like, God damn, I need to change some of my ways. So I learned some of the time management from her. I am not perfect on that, but I'm being consistent with that. So she really pushed me, she makes sure, as a leader, her directive is something that I will encourage everyone who would like to write their story to reach out to Sister Ya for that because I learned so much from her. Because of her, my writing has even changed. I remember my supervisor telling me, because the work that I do, I need to do a lot of writing. And she called me, we were doing supervision, and she pointed that out. She was like, Emil, here I see like your writing has done a 360 degrees. And I was like, really? Like, I know, but I acted like, okay, all right, well, do you like it? And she was like, yeah, for sure, you are precise, you get to the point, you're not going around in circles and stuff like that. And these are some of the things now. Some of us pick up. Some of us, we don't know the things that we're doing, but it is what it is. If you want to learn, you will learn. I tell you, we have such a long way to go. Sister, yeah, tell me about it. Brother Isanke Emmanuel Yamuakwaba, fine evening to you as well. Obapa, Ekieni, Enima. Papa, sis, where have you been? Good, Mama, by God's grace, and you, by the grace of God, I am blessed. I am blessed. Thank you for asking, and grateful. I learned in my early days in being active in church. Wow, my pastor taught on love for over 6 months, that when you see your neighbors celebrating, rejoice.
Our author backup 3.
Hold on, just say. Isaya.
Yes, hello.
Yes. Mimo Akwaba.
Wow. Thank you for this extensive promo.
Yes, go ahead.
Story now what kind about say me try Mama and said pronounce me dini, you know. When him say what kind of story this is here, and I remember the incident, but I don't even remember how you were pronouncing the name.
Yeah.
Me kadi yasem so inti aye nanka me didi watem. And a KKK and that's the legacy now.
No,
says I don't even remember. Me Kasemi are perfect, but when you learn how to manage yourself and manage your emotions and the way that you approach situations are different. So say no, me you are telling me how you used to pronounce it. Me Kai, you see how we destroy situations, destroy relationships because of anger.
Yeah.
And one and I'm a person can.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Because I mean, it always stands out to me because, sometimes, when you pronouncing someone's name now, you don't even know if it's the right thing or not, right? But to say it stood out for me, and how you approach it, I just loved it. And from that day on, I was like, wow, this is the type of person I want to associate myself with, because she came, even though she has listened to me, because I have seen you pop up multiple times on multiple occasions, and I kept saying your name. I think that I was breaking, instead of saying Atubra, I was saying Atobra. It was like, it wasn't even close to how I was saying it. And, you were like, Sister Alma, since you are on, I need you to pronounce my name correctly for Sister Odo to be able to recognize that. And I thought that was incredible. And I salute you for that, because it's not everybody who will be so calm and have that self-restraint to educate me.
No, correct. In life, you live and learn. People think that it's not possible. How can it be 11.5 on beef? It's your program. Maybe your program. 20 people, 3 people, 4 people. Sani Yesubanity and Tilibusame Jose in the year 2023. When are we going to get it?
Yeah.
Wow, Ukasa Mesilas be on some platform on TikTok. And will be Kirby, but you may not me responding and host no Obano. She got what I was saying wrong. I found no back, but can't say, oh, I'm not angry. And with you, I'm saying, Sani pay. They are not even getting what I'm saying. I'm not so petty to think, say, my can be being too. That's not how I operate. And I'm sure me want to say there are some platforms that you don't cost too much. There are some places that I'm comfortable with. I will go and listen. That's and right. I can make an opinion, because nobody is going to insult me. But it's our default. And if we've not learned to manage our emotions, what are we doing with it?
No, correct.
Anyway, sis,
okay, bye. To say the way we go about it, is totally wrong. And then, Sister Yakraba, so wakame something. There are, you know what I don't like other people do? Everyone on social media, we each have a choice, and we each should be allowed to share our personal opinion. And I say this most of the time. If I'm saying something and you don't agree with me now, I'm okay with that. Just because you don't agree with me doesn't say what I'm saying is wrong. And if I don't agree with you now, it doesn't mean say what you're saying is wrong. We come from different level of understanding and emotional intelligence or critical thinking. When, as time goes on and you are someone who likes to learn now, your mind expands, you become wiser. What I don't like on social media with some people, what they do, they will come and share their opinion. and then you share your opinion, and then they will come back and say, oh, I don't agree with what Adwa Odo is saying um, because this and this and this is what I feel should be happening. Okay, we each have our preferences. So what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for Sister Ya, for that or any of you. So we need to be able to respect each other's opinion as to whether you agree or not. Some people will say we have to agree to disagree, but they have no idea what that means. If Bapa and Araba say something and I don't agree with that, I can come on and say, you know what? When it comes to relationship, these are my thoughts. And I respect everybody's opinion, but this is how my thinking process works. There's no need. It's unnecessary for me to come and say, oh, Obapa Nanaraba said this. I don't agree with her. You being sexist, you being, like prejudice. Like what does that have to say with that person? She share her opinion. I have to respect that. You have to respect that. And don't tell me that you don't agree with me by you forcing your opinion upon me and talking for me and making it seem like you are speaking the right way, that I have to be receptive to what you're saying, but it's not okay for you to respect what I'm saying. I mean, that is so foolish and nonsense. Sometimes I don't know how some people think. Sharing our personal opinion is allowed. Some people will say overtaking is allowed, right, Kay? So if you don't if you are not receptive to mine, it's okay. We're here to learn and teach. So let me finish Obapa and Narava comment right here. Okay, so I'm going to start over. She said, I learned in my early days in being active in church while my pastor taught on love for over 6 months, that when you see your neighbors celebrating, rejoice for them, because when the celebration leaves their house, it will come to yours. Oh, bam. If they are mourning or sick, pray for them. And yes, bad days comes to everyone, but it may pass over you just because you show care and love in prayer and concern. God is good all the time. Bam, 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 bam. Salute, sis. For sure. Because we talk in terms of, we reap what we sow. What goes around comes around. Karma does not have expiration date. When you think positive for other people, when you display love, abundant love to people, and have your heart clear, your mind pure, or your mind clear, your heart pure, Charlie, I tell you, you'll be blessed in abundance. The blessing may not come in, like as big as you expecting it, but the blessings that comes little by little, in due time, oh my gosh, you'll be so happy once everything's come together. Because when someone is sick and you say, okay, she deserve it, he deserve it, good for them. Like, you don't know what is coming upon you. You don't know what's going to happen. Some of us, we curse ourselves based on what we say in our mouth. When someone succeeds in something, you have to be happy for them. I have never met Obapa and Araba in person. Sister Ya has, because they met, which was so sweet, and I can't wait. When I do travel to Ghana, I will make sure that we do meet in person. But some of her actions that over the few months that I have known her. And Nanaraba, Baba Nanaraba came to know me, and I came to know her through Sister Yafoda Atumbra's platform. That's where we met, through our comments, going back and forth. She just happened to come on my live broadcast one time, and the rest is history. But some of the things that she has shown me over the months that I have known her, I think it's been over a year already, or maybe going to 2 years, shows me her heart, the type of person that she is. Because who would like take it upon themselves to advocate, do advertisement for you? She didn't even come and say, Sister Adwa, this is how much I will charge you. She did it out of the goodness of her heart. It didn't even come to my mind that I have to ask her if she knows how to do something. But now I know that she does do advertisement videos. So if I want something extensive now, I can reach out for her. We can discuss how much she will charge me, and then I'll have her do it for me. This is how we go. Things should be, right? But she showed me so much love, and she didn't have to, but she did. And that's her character, right? I advertise, for promote others who have shown me love, because that's what it is. But you have some people, as I said, you you promote, you advocate for me, I'll advocate for you. You promote me, I promote you. What it's give and take, and that's what it is. But my goodness, this statement is spot on. Anyhow, I'm almost getting ready to go off. Today's Sunday. I know some of you are not used to seeing me Sunday, but if you joined um, later, Friday when I came on, I did announce that Friday past was the 1st of March will be my last Friday that I'm going to be doing Abrabo Mu Nsem life issues. So I'm moving that to Sunday, which is 12 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Today is 5 p.m. Ghana time, but starting next Sunday, because we're going to be doing day saving time when it's 12 here, is going to be 4 p.m. Ghana time, because the time difference now is going to be 4 hours starting next Sunday. And then on Saturdays with Sofo Samuel Koso is going to be 3:30 US Eastern time. And this Saturday coming will be 8:30 p.m. Ghana time. But 2 weeks Saturdays from this Saturday coming, it will be 7:30 Ghana time, because we're no longer going to be 5 hours difference with Ghana time. It's going to be 4. So just tune in if you can. When you come through, ask questions, and also, put in your productive contribution. I love when people ask questions. Obake, thank you for the 2 productive questions you asked. I think it was like incredible, awesome questions. I love that. Things that I know, I will provide as much information that I can. The ones that I don't know, trust me, I'll go learn and come back and we will talk about it. That's how we learn from each other. Sometimes people ask questions, it's not because they don't know, they just put it out there for us to like kind of like explore it in other perspective, and then for others to also be mindful of that, because sometimes there are some things we don't really ask and stuff like that. So like life is full of challenges, struggles, difficulties. On this platform, we come to learn, we come to educate each other and also learn from each other. I would love to have 2, 3 people join me when I come through for us to talk and have a lot of discussion on different areas. But some of you are camera shy. You can call me through my WhatsApp line, which you can see that displaying on the screen. You can call me through Messenger to come and also share your opinion. They say 2 heads are better than one. And then, if you want to join by via video or via audio, I can send you the StreamYard link also for you to also be part of it. Going forward, starting next week, I'll be live with Sofu Samuel Koso on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Ghana time, 3:30 p.m. US Eastern time. And then Sunday, I will be live at 12 p.m., which will be 4:30, which will be 4 p.m. Ghana time. So tune in for life issues on Sundays and marriage lesson on Saturday with Sopho Samuel Okoso. And then, we do have some families and friends who also do live programs. They also do other things. We have some who does not do live programs, but we do have some also who do live programs. So I'm going to go through all that list. Let me see, let me just go through the comments now, and then I'll go there. Wow, so grateful. I appreciate you, sis Joa. Oh, you very welcome, and I appreciate you also. Oh, we'll miss it then. Usually in church, that's time. Oh, that's okay, sister. I did not go today, so cut you life. Oh, I see. Sorry about that, sis. Yeah, because like Monday through Friday, like I'm taking some courses and stuff like that, so like the time will not work for me on weekdays, so I just didn't want to lose that altogether, so I just transfer it to Sundays. But Sundays is new time. I'm trying it out. So maybe in due time I might change, the time a little bit. But for now, no, 12 o'clock, because I'm putting it in the middle just to kind of jiggle it and see how well it goes for me there. But anything we can sometimes, is subject to change. Okay. All right. So I said we'll still catch part of it, I guess. Oh, that would be great. Thank you. All right. So let me go to the promo. Um, all right. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have Sister Aisha Ankra. Sister Aisha Ankra does not do live programs, but she do things to support some of us financially. She contributes, she shared the program when it's necessary. She does a lot of volunteer work, and also provide resources to parents who have some disability children. Like in abroad, you have a lot of, the government has a lot of programs that support children with disability, to make sure that they also having as much fun doing recreational activities and spending time with their family, and also doing implementing programs that will provide relief for their caregivers, their parents, whereas they can run for errands and also go and treat themselves, get massaging, and so many other things. Sister Aisha, that's the type of person that she is. But we can support Sister Aisha by, purchasing some of her Juice Plus natural supplement, which it's not medication. It just help you with a lot of things. There are ways and means you can detox your body. Some of us, we don't detox our body. We just put things in. Some of us don't even see our GP, general practitioner, our gynecologist, and so forth. We got to take care of ourselves. Um, with the Juice Plus, there is omega, which have 5 different omegas in it, and it's incredible. I've been taking it since 2020, and I'm loving every bit of it. It helps with joint pains, and it gives you a lot of energy. When you combine that with the berry one, oh my gosh. Mm. Some of you knows when you know what you know what I'm talking about. So whatever you can afford, it's a decent price product. So you can reach out to Sister Aisha, DM her, and then you go from there. You can purchase the Juice Plus natural supplements all over the wherever you are. She also sell kitchenware, plate sets and pot set, silver set. You can if she feels that the shipment costs more than how much you purchasing for the product, she will redirect you as well. That's how she is. She also sell Avon products. For the Avon products, you need to reside in UK. If you live in US, Canada, Ghana, and other places, you will not be able to order the Avon products from her. You have to live in UK to do that. So let's support our sister Aisha Ankra. So you know, to support one another. And then we have our sister Belinda Ejari. Belinda Ejari. She has African store in New York, Bronx. It's called B&B African Caribbean Market, which is located at 1163 Boston Road, Bronx, New York 10456. So you put in your GPS, you put the address in your GPS on your phone or in your car, and it will direct you over there. So if you come from upstate and you come to New York, just make a stop over there to get the best African food to support our sister Obapa Belinda Ejare. Thank you guys very much. Then we have Sister Sage Williams. Oh, I don't know how many times I will say, go to sageshare.com to get some authentic merchandises, boutique clothing, however you call it. Some of you have seen me wear the t-shirt, the unique t-shirts, dresses. She has one size fit all, which is 85%. The 15% is you have to be a particular size. That's why I've been working out so hard, You have to have a waist size of 32 or below to fit into certain clothing, which are cut in a particular way to show your figure. She sells cream, with shea butter, any cream with shea butter and kutono ebwa. It helps to, kind of like smooth your skin. Try that. She sells jewelries, which is bracelets, earrings, chains, just name it. Beads, other accessories, scarf, handbags, and so many other things. So go and check it out at sageshare.com. Please, if you go in her website and you see a shirt, a designer shirt that you like, but you don't see the color of the shirt you want, please do not leave. Just order it. There's going to be a comment box over there. You just let her know the color of shirt that you would like. If you are really bad with colors, you can also ask her for her suggestion. She's good with also sending some pretty good, accurate other colors that I never even thought of. She will help you with that. Your email is a must. Your telephone number is optional. Once you send the order, she will reach out to you to confirm the order before she even start any the processing, mailing the packages and everything for everyone to be in a good place. Any items that she may not have um in her possession, she does not have at the moment, she will let you know, and reimburse you your money. Her customer service is fantabulous. So let's support our sister Sage Williams. We also have um Obapa Sika Educate. Sister Sika Educates, she does, educational program on her platform. She's also on YouTube. Subscribe her. Sometimes she use her personal experiences to also teach. And it, just go and check her out. We have our sister Angelina Ban. Sister Angelina Ban. Oh, why am I not getting things here? What's going on? Sister Angelina Ban, she does program as well. Her Facebook page, she has how you may call it. She talks about mental health and our wellness, and sometimes she go outside of that. She also does other topics, so go and check out. You can also subscribe her on YouTube. Her Facebook page is Angie Talks, and her YouTube page is Angie Talk also. So go and subscribe that for her. What is happening with my laptop? I cannot open up nothing. What's going on? Okay. So let me move on. We also have Sister Awumrekwa, lunchtime talk. She's also a counselor. She talks about a lot of topics, regarding life issues. So we can also provide her. Let me close this and open something because I don't know why I can't get anything on Facebook. What is happening? Mm. Okay, Facebook. What is happening? Like, that is so weird. I can't open up anything. What the hell keeps going on? Excuse my French, you guys, but this is weird. Hmm. Okay. All right. I just needed to reflect, to refresh this. I guess that's what it was. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, a friend is electronic, dear. Oh, Charlie. Electronic sometimes be playing some fun stuff on you, you know, because, mm, okay, here we go. Just give me 1 second. I got what I was looking for. So let me share this. Before I share that, let me go and put my dear sister Nana Araba. Bapa Nana Araba, she does I twisted my hair by like I have to Obapa Nana Araba, she does advertisement videos. If you have a business or you have you already have a business, you want to start a business, you want to her to advertise some things that you want to kind of like broadcast, on social media, uh, reach out to her. Okay. Um, she is so knowledgeable. She's wise. She is incredible. Her advertisement is amazing, and I'm going to give you a taste of it. And you guys will see her. She looks so awesome. hmm Just give me a minute. Let me just share this. Uh, Present, share screen here, Facebook, um, share. But let me just play that. Oh, there are some crazy.
Marriage, relationship, love, affection, parenting, family. You can get books like Answers for Your Marriage, Five Love Languages, books on counseling. You can get storybooks for the kids. So visit us today at www.challengebookshop.com and enjoy love to the max. Love is a beautiful thing. Why don't you visit us this month of love at www.challengebookshop.com? Get something on marriage, relationship, love, affection, parenting, family. You can get books like Answers for Your Marriage, Five Love Languages, books on counseling. You can get storybooks for the kids. So visit us today at www.challengebookshop.com and enjoy love to the max.
You know, that is incredible. The way she even go about and say it now, it's incredible. Hey, Charlie, I tell you, Obapa Nanaraba, that is like awesome. You are such an incredible person. I just love it. I love it. You see her facial expression, how oh, that is amazing. Um, Reach out to her, go to www.challengebookshop.com, and trust me, everything that she says is out there. Sometimes, we just, um, we don't expand our our things that we learn. We need to learn to exploit, because when we don't exploit things, we just sit there and thinking that is going to come to us. That's the mistake many of us make. Now let me move on to my dear sister, yeah, for the Atubra, our author, Prophet. You guys heard her voice and everything. Sister, yeah, for the Atubra, it she does live video every other Saturday. She's going to be live this Saturday coming the 9th, at 11 a.m. MST time, and then 1 p.m. EST time, with co-host Obapa Ya Boatima Boatin Russell. This Saturday coming on the 9th, I'm also going to be part of the discussion. So you guys tune in. Her Facebook page is Auntie Ya's Book Corner, and go and like it and follow her, and also subscribe her YouTube at Antiya's Book channel. When she comes live, that's the perfect opportunity to come and ask her questions about her books that you have read. You can also give her a healthy review. Sister Ya for the Atubra has written 5 books. The first book is an inspirational book, Reflection of My Thirsty Soul. The second book is my personal favorite, but I love all her books, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. The third book is a devotional book, Reflection of My Weary Soul. The fourth book is a #1 bestseller at Amazon, Own It, a guideline to taking accountability and breaking free to your own journey. The fifth book is My Unapologetic Self. You can find all her books at Barnes& and Nobles and at Amazon. So go and get your copy. Sister Yafo Datubra also has her own academy, coaching, and book publishing. And it was through her guidance that I was able to write my book, Unveiling My Life, a guideline to taking accountability, a guideline to breaking free and taking accountability. And if when you go to Amazon, this is what pops up. You should be able to see this at Amazon. We also have, like, Sister Nana Araba, who has graciously made us, uh, give me an advertisement video promoting our books. So I'm just going to uh, pray that for you guys. Just give me 1 second. Lean on me, lean on me, Holy Ghost fire, lean on me. Yesterday's gone. Oh, wait a minute. You guys stop this. Sorry, guys.
And building bonds. Why don't you contact Ya Foda Atobra today and get that book going?
We're gonna do this over.
Have you heard of Ya Foda Atobra? She's an Amazon best-selling author and has 5 books to her credit. She's the CEO of the Own It Academy, a book coach. Among the people she has coached is Ajua Odo Mensah Sasu of the Ajua Odo Talk Show, a Facebook live show. She has written a book which goes beyond the memoir titled Unveiling My Life, a guide to breaking free and reclaiming my life. Ya Boatima Boatin Russell, who has written Echoes of Ya BBR's Chronicles, an overview of self-discovery and building bonds. Why don't you contact Ya Foda Atobra today and get that book going?
Thank you, Obapa. Thank you so much, Obapa Nanaraba. Much love to you. So, in conclusion, when it comes to deception, because some of us have been a victim of it, but we are survivor. We are survivor from that. Before we invite love interest into our homes, we need to do our homework well and have an open mindset. We need to be mindful of the information we share with people we like or have an attraction with. We need to stop sharing our dreams, hopes, fantasy, and whatever other attributes with people we just met, because you will give them all the admonition for them to use it against you. You also will give your power in order for them to detect your life for you. When you share too much information, all the other person needs to do is to sell their story, sell his or her story to you through fakeness, pretense, and will play you. Okay, they will use to their full extent. Many manipulators, nowadays are studying women and their targets to suit their desires. So we have to be very mindful and careful out there. We can allow people to take control of us. We think differently, and sometimes there are some things that we may feel that is not a big deal, but it might be a whole lot of deals. So make sure that we take care of ourselves, each other. We need to support each other, celebrate each other's successes. I remember, like, once my book was published through Sister Ya for the Atubers, guidance, coaching, and everything. The first video that she did was to advertise for my book, where for people to go and get it. And there are so few of us who have that type of personality. And for Nana Araba to also on her own accord to do an advertisement video, and how she presented is just incredible. I love you guys, all in the same. One love to each and every one of you. Hopefully in the year 2024, we in February, we in March, we just started, we in the third month of the year. I'm hoping that many of us will latch on to positivity, will educate each other, support one another, and basically not put each other down. We need to be able to like just take things upon ourselves, educate ourselves, do the things that help us grow, not just kind of like doing things to hurt other people. Some people are just plain selfish. But when you have people who cannot speak the truth, they just do things accordingly. They don't care about how you feel, how it's going to affect other people, because some people they just don't care. They are selfish. Selfish people are more inclined to be deceptive. uh, Selfish people are more inclined to manipulate you. Um, they will use you, take things from you. They are the thank you people. And that's something that a lot of us, we tend to like lose. Some of us, we have a natural good heart, kind heart. When we love someone, we care for someone, we give it our all. But we also have to be mindful that not everyone is for us. Mhm. Not everyone is for you. So we just need to take care of ourselves and kind of be selective with our circle of friends. I'd rather say prevention is better than cure. I'd rather have a smaller circle of friends rather than allowing myself to let everyone come in my circle, whereas they will harm me based on their actions or their inactions, right? We just need to take good care of ourselves, our mental, psychological needs. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Think for yourself, and don't allow yourself to be a victim. Be a survivor, move on, become a leader, and that's what's going to push us through everything that we do in life. So let me just read last comments and everything, and then I'll be out of here. I went over um half an hour over, but I think it's a good course. Okay, let me see. Okay. You are very welcome, Obapanana Araba. Much love from me as well. Thank you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Thank you kindly for the promo says blessings to you. Amen and Amy. Blessings to you as well. Hashtag March Born Rock. Oh, I see. Sister, you are March born, right? Everybody month of born, we rock. I'll go to September born, but blessings. And when we're gonna celebrate your birthday, are we gonna do virtual party? It's party time, right? So until then, guys, we will meet again. We will meet next week Saturday. Take care of yourself and each other. One love to each and every one of you. Bye. Oh, 2 weeks today. Wow. Okay. So we like I'm sure like your family has some plans for you, or you yourself, me, if my family don't have a party for me, I make my own party. All right, sister. So happy blessed birthday in advance, and I'm sure when we get closer, we also going to, wish you more happiness, good health, and more successes. So until then, you guys take good care of yourself and each other. Love you guys. Bye. Wow.